So with this, I think we have reached towards the end of this lesson. So let us quickly look at this difference between capture fishing, mariculture and aquaculture, because these three terms look very similar, so sometimes people quite get confused that what is the difference between the three. So when I talk of capture fishing, what is this? Capture fishing, the word capture means catching something. So capture fishing means you are directly catching fish from its natural resource. That means the places where fishes naturally occur, you go there and you capture the fishes. That is capture fishing. Easy to remember, right? So fishes are obtained from natural resources, both freshwater and marine. So that is capture fishing. Mariculture, the term, remember the word mari has come from marine. So marine means ocean. So commercially raising marine fishes in enclosed portion of ocean stands or enclosures with seawater. Since you want to raise marine fishes commercially, so you need to ensure that the water is seawater, right? Aquaculture, aqua means water. So that was for marine fishes, and this is for inland fishes, which would include the freshwater fishes as well as the brackish water fishes. So commercially raising freshwater fishes in enclosed water bodies. Right? So if you remember the names, if you understand the meaning of the terms correctly, I don't think you really need to remember what it is. You will remember it automatically. Capture fishing, fishes are captured directly from its natural resources. Mariculture, marine fishes are cultured. Aquaculture, freshwater fishes are cultured. So I hope that this lesson would have helped you to understand it. And now let us look at a question quickly. For increasing production, what is common in poultry, fisheries and beekeeping? So we have spoken about so many different types of animal husbandries. So what do you think was common in poultry, fisheries and beekeeping for increased production? So what all things did we talk about for increasing production? We talked about crossbreeding, we talked about disease control, we talked about cleanliness, we talked about so many things, right? So what are the things that are common in all of them? When you talk of crossbreeding, it is not common in all of them, because when we were talking about fishery, it has nothing to do with crossbreeding much, right? When we talk of beekeeping, again, it has nothing to do with crossbreeding, correct? So crossbreeding is applicable only in case of poultry. So for increasing production, some of the common things which should be taken care of is, first is disease control. You need to control diseases, because all these are actually sources of food for human beings. So if they are suffering from diseases, human beings in turn will also suffer from disease. So disease control should be taken care of. Next is cleanliness. Proper attention should be given to cleanliness, because cleanliness in turn may give rise to many kind of diseases or infections, right? So all these places, whether it is poultry farm or it is the apiaries or it is the fisheries, everything should be maintained neat and clean. And the next one is temperature maintenance. So it is very important to maintain a desirable temperature. For example, in case of poultry farms, I just shown you the cages where the poultries are kept, so that when they lay eggs, those eggs can be collected, right? Now the poultries also need a specific type of environment or a specific kind of temperature where they can lay eggs. If you make that cage extremely cold, do you think they'll be able to lay eggs comfortably? No, right? So maintaining a suitable temperature is important in poultry. Not only in poultry but also in beekeeping. As I said, temperature plays a very important role for the thickening of the honey. The nectar which was watery, that gets converted into a viscous honey by the process of evaporation. And for evaporation you need a specific temperature. Temperature cannot be very high, it cannot be very cold, so you need a specific temperature, right? So the temperature maintenance need to be there in beekeeping as well. Similarly, in case of fisheries, when you actually catch fishes, it is important that the temperature, not only catch fishes, I'm not talking about capture fishing, I'm talking about culture fishing, where you actually take fishes and put them in some artificial lakes where they can breed and they can give birth to new fishes. So a specific temperature needs to be maintained. Again, there, if it is too cold, the fishes will die. Again, if it is boiling hot, again they will die. So desirable temperature maintenance is needed. So these are some of the common things which should be kept in mind in order to increase the production when it is poultry, or it is fisheries, or it is beekeeping, right? So with this, I will conclude this lesson, and I hope that the explanation for this lesson would have helped you to understand why do we need to bring about improvement in food resources. So here we have spoken about the plant, the food which we obtain from plants, where we talked about the crop yield improvement. We also spoken about the food which we obtain from animals and how we take care of them under the topic of animal husbandry. So please go through the lesson, put in your best, and see you all in the next lesson. Thank you.